When Fiona told the National Trust that she was leaving, we knew we had to do something different and something a bit special to say thank you to her and to say goodbye. And we decided to do it in song.
Nobody does it better. Makes us feel sad for the next.
So for the last 3 months, we've been rehearsing every week at a church 3 minutes walk from Heelis. We've had to be careful to do so on days when Fiona wasn't in the office for fear that she would notice that a mass exodus was making its way down to the church every week. One of the joys of this has been that people from all over Heelis have come together. People who have never met one another before have come together to sing for Fiona. And at the beginning of every session, we've started by saying, introduce yourselves to people who you don't already know. But some really good, strong relationships have formed as a result of singing.
The executive team, of course, have been rehearsing for the last few months at Hawkwood. Every time Fiona leaves Hawkwood, we go into a room with a piano and practice.
We filmed the regional and country directors upstairs at a windswept, rain-swept Sticklebarn pub after a regional directors meeting in the Lake District. After many a pint and a good meal, we all got together and sang the regional directors' part of the song. It was there that we discovered that Mark Harold has a preference for hardcore folk, whatever that is, and the regional directors were particularly hung up on wanting to understand at what point they were in the kitchen and at what point they came out of the kitchen in order to make their entrance in the middle of Fiona's song. The ADOs, of course, have been part of this. At the end of a long, hot, sunny day, I lured the ADOs down to the church with the promise of many cold beers.
We've done everything we can to keep this a secret from Fiona all this time. Imagine my surprise when I got a phone call from the Financial Times saying, talk to me about this choir thing that you're doing. A few weeks before the performance, Fiona did a presentation to staff in Heelis about her time at the Trust. Afterwards, lots of people said to me it was like playing song lyrics bingo, because every point that Fiona made was something that we had echoed in the lyrics that we had written for her songs.
One day, I told Charles Garassa, one of our trustees, about our plans to sing to Fiona. And he, of course, said, well, the trustees must be part of this. And he persuaded Laurie, and Laurie persuaded the rest of the trustees. And before we knew it, we were travelling all over the country, filming trustees singing their part of Fiona's song. We filmed some of the trustees during a council meeting at Westminster Central Hall. We had about 5 minutes in which to shoehorn a rehearsal and some filming, and that's reflected in the pace at which that particular group of trustees sang. They sing very, very fast.
We gave trustees the option to choose whatever words they would like to sing to Fiona. They chose lovely things. Some of them even insisted on doing their own choreography.
We filmed a number of trustees singing their part of Fiona's song at Hardwick Hall during a Board of Trustees visit. Fiona, of course, was there. The property team were great about contriving to make sure that Fiona was away from Hardwick Hall while we filmed. She was taken by minibus to visit another site down the road while we frantically rehearsed and filmed the whole song.
Davey on the bed! Yes! Keep going, lovely.
The property team at Hardwick Hall were very game and actually learnt the song themselves, and then they ended up helping me teach it to the trustees straight afterwards. It was lovely to see them singing alongside the trustees. Christopher Rodriguez was in Salzburg when he heard the news of our musical tribute to Fiona. So inspired was he at the idea of us singing a version of Nobody Does It Better to her that he immediately penned his own lyrics. And these lyrics are now captured immortality by his fellow trustees singing them in various beautiful National Trust locations around the country. We didn't have much time to film at Hardwick Hall, and there was a frantic moment when the cry came out, "Fiona's back in the building, she's coming up the stairs."
The rehearsals were always brilliant, but every now and then some had slightly less energy than others, and what we would do to make sure that everybody gave it some welly was to get everybody to do star jumps before singing.
The staff at Heelis have loved coming together over the last few weeks to sing for Fiona. Fiona means a lot to all of us, and they didn't take much encouraging to sing their hearts out for her.
The office was abuzz with excitement on the day of the performance. As Fiona arrived through one door, over 100 people left through another to go down to the church to rehearse for one last time. So the idea was that we'd do the performance as a flash mob. People would pretend that they were just having a meeting, sitting around in the atrium doing whatever they usually do, and be surprised to see the executive team singing. And lo and behold, table by table, sofa by sofa, people stood up and started to sing. People emerged from meeting rooms, they came out of the kitchen, they came down the stairs. Everybody came together to sing for Fiona.
I think it's a great idea. It's wonderful, we're all getting to know each other, it's memorable, we're having fun, and it's a great way to say thank you to Fiona and how much we'll miss her.
Doing this to say thanks to Fiona for everything she's done for us all, actually, and it's been a bit of a challenge. It's the first time I've sung in a choir since, I don't know, about 30 years or something, so it's really testing me, but what a wonderful way to say goodbye and thank you to Fiona as well for all she's done for us.
Something novel, something different, something to engage lots of different people in one thing to say thanks to Fiona and goodbye to Fiona, rather than just a sort of a standing around clapping. And it's a great idea to get everyone involved.
And it's about people, and I think one thing that Fiona brought was putting people back into what the National Trust is about.
I think this is a great idea. Show Fiona our appreciation for the 10 years or so that she's been in post.
I think this is great fun, and I think Fiona's going to absolutely love it, and I think it's a celebration of all Fiona is about.
I think she'll be overwhelmed, I really do.
It's a really lovely thing to do, and I think she's a really inspirational person to work with.
Music's a big part of Fiona's life, and to go on a high note like this will take us away with music in our heart and Fiona firmly embedded there. So we're all having great fun.